Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield. I'm the Get Fit Guy, and in this episode, we're going to dive into the biggest exercise mistakes made by male celebrities in this special two-part series in which we're going to cover both male celebrities and female celebrities, their most popular workouts, and of course, as I mentioned, the biggest mistakes that they make. Now, I was recently on an airplane, and as so often seems to happen these days, the seat that had been occupied on the plane's previous flight contained a magazine left behind. In this case, the magazine was People, and although I'm typically quite reticent to thumb through most paparazzi publications, out of sheer curiosity and boredom, I took a peek at the latest celebrity photos and bods. Not surprisingly, many celebrity TV actors, movie stars, and musicians appear to be in great shape. And of course, a few are fighting an uphill battle against the bulge that celebrity photographers love to focus on. For this two-part series, I'm digging into the fitness routines of some of these celebrities who have unveiled their go-to workouts on the internet and elsewhere. So in part one, you're going to discover exactly how male celebrities like Brad Pitt and Denzel Washington exercise and get the biggest male celebrity workout mistakes. Let's start with Denzel Washington. This Oscar-winning star of films like Malcolm X and Training Day does 10 rounds of boxing 5 days a week, and also now boxing once a week in a private boxing class. I can tell you, this sport is no joke, and it's an incredible calorie-burning activity that builds speed, power, and cardiovascular endurance. So what's Denzel's biggest workout mistake? Well, boxing is stressful. Denzel should consider adding yoga or Tai Chi to reduce stress. Boxing is also skewed towards aerobic and power-based energy systems without much strength focus, so full-body weight training at least twice a week would also be prudent for Denzel. Next is Jon Hamm. Jon Hamm's the star of TV's Mad Men, and he doesn't go to the gym to stay fit, but instead gets his workouts in by playing sports like tennis and baseball. Because of this, he experiences a decent combination of fun, flexibility, mobility, speed, power, and agility. In my episode, How to Get Fit While Playing Sports, which I'll link to in the show notes for this episode over at quickanddirtytips.com, just look for episode 258, you can learn how even sports like golf or pickup basketball can get you fit very fast if you play them right. So what's John's biggest workout mistake? Well, sports don't build resistance to injury. If anything, they increase risk of injury if not accompanied by dynamic stretching and strength training. Most athletes who play sports for life injury-free are also stepping into a gym for 4 to 6 days a week for foam rolling, dynamic stretching, and strength training to complement their sport. Same time, most people who are playing sports to stay fit don't need to do a lot of cardio, agility, or power training in addition to the sport that they're playing. Okay, so actor Matthew McConaughey is a big fan of running, mixed with old-fashioned bodyweight calisthenics like squats and push-ups. Whether on the beach or in the streets of Hollywood, he's often seen running at a relatively steady clip, which is actually a fantastic and efficient way to burn calories and build leg strength. Now, his mistakes. Of all the ways to increase your risk of injury or burnout, running in the absence of mobility and weight training is probably at the top of the list. If someone is running, say, 6 days per week, and they come to me for coaching, I'll usually recommend that they switch running to 3 days a week, then throw in rowing, cycling, elliptical, strength training, yoga, and foam rolling. In these runners, it's amazing to see hip, knee, and ankle pain subside without any plateau or halt in fat loss or fitness or body weight control. So Matthew may want to give this minimalist running approach a try. Next up, we have Usher, who does circuit training. He's the Grammy-winning musician who's famous, of course, for his ripped abs, and multiple times per week he does a workout consisting of a series of pretty difficult ab exercises like mountain climbers, planks, and weighted sit-ups, interspersed with 2-minute sprint bouts on a treadmill. So he's not only burning an enormous number of calories, both during and long after exercise with this routine, but he's also shifting blood flow rapidly from one body section to another, which gives massive improvements in cardiovascular capacity. Now, what's his biggest workout mistake? Well, younger men with ripped abs often wind up being older men with bad backs, and here's why. Constant flexion of the spine without extension of the spine can cause muscular imbalances and eventually chronic aches and pains, especially in the low back. For any individual who loves to do lots of ab work, I recommend balancing out all the bending with deadlifts, squats, and low back extensions or the low back extension machine. Now, finally, we get to Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt does something called target training, and his ripped body is perhaps most notably recognized from the 1999 film Fight Club, in the classic photo in which he's posed with other members in a dark and dreary gym, showing off his lean body that many men crave and want to get. To get that body before shooting the film, Brad did this target training, in which he targets just one muscle group with an intense workout each day for 4 days in a row, followed by a 45-minute cardio workout on the 5th day, and then recovery on the weekends. To do this style of training, you would, for example, on the first day of the week, do overhead shoulder presses, lateral dumbbell raises, cable front raises, upright rows, and a host of other shoulder exercises, and then beat up another body part like your chest or your back on the second day, abdominals and legs on a third day, arms on a fourth day, and then finish up with a 5th cardio day and 2 days of active recovery. So, believe it or not, getting into Brad's biggest workout mistake, I've seen naturally lean guys like Brad get even more muscle building and fat loss bang for the buck by doing heavy full body weight training on 3 days of the week with 48 hours of recovery between each full body weight training session. When combined with high intensity interval training, aka HIIT, on the in-between days, and daily bouts of fasted morning cardio for 30 minutes, you can get a lean, athletic body without some of the inflammation and the extreme muscle damage that target training can cause. My book, Get Fit Guy's Guide to Achieving Your Ideal Body, I actually outline a sample program for skinny guys to build muscle in the male ectomorph training section, and that section is very similar to the type of body that Brad Pitt gets in Fight Club. You can check that out at getfitguy.com. And if you have more questions or comments about how these male celebrities exercise, go to facebook.com/getfitguy and join the conversation there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And stay tuned for next week's episode, which you can do by subscribing for free in iTunes, in which you'll get the top female celebrity workouts and the biggest female celebrity workout mistakes. And until next time, I'm Ben Greenfield, the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.